I only want people to be loyal. I only want loyal people around me. How the hell are you going to get loyal people around you if you're not loyal? So many, you see how that's backwards and flip-sided and reverse? What's going on? I'm AnokhiTheOne, back with another video. And in this video, I will be talking about what most people don't tell you or don't talk about when it comes to the law of attraction. Okay? Now, I feel like most people nowadays are aware of the law of attraction at this point, which I think is very beautiful, because 10 years ago when I talked about the law of attraction to people, they thought I was crazy, but now people understand, right? What you think about, you bring about. It's all about manifesting your reality. A lot of people are understanding this now. Wonderful, wonderful, right? But like most people who first get into it, a lot of times it's very surface level, but even the surface level manifestation feels magical and wonderful and amazing, right? But what most people don't tell you, and I will break this down in an analogy. For example, okay, if you want to manifest a certain type of person, right? Or a certain type of relationship or something like that, but more specifically, a certain type of person, right? You've had bad relationship after bad relationship. You feel like you haven't been treated right. If you're a guy, you may feel like you're constantly been put into the friend zone, or you seem like you're a nice guy. People may have made fun of you, and women may have treated you badly. So now you want to manifest this beautiful, wonderful woman who's going to treat you well and who's going to love you for you and all this other stuff, right? Now, you can very well attract this exact woman, right? Beautiful, you know, she treats you nice and all this other stuff. But if you don't do this next piece, even if you attract this woman, okay, in all her glory and wonder, right? She will, one, put you in the friend zone, or you may get in a relationship and over time she's going to end up treating you like shit. You know why that happens? Do you know why that is? Do you know why that is? Because in all your past relationships, you are the common denominator, right? This is the part that they don't talk about in the law of attraction, right? A lot of times, like if you first learn about the surface level things, it's all about attracting things that are outside of you to you, like a house, a car, a particular person, a situation, different celebrities, different things like that. And I've literally attracted all of these things: dream jobs, dream opportunities, dream business, dream car, dream apartment, dream celebrities or entrepreneurs or gurus, different things. Like, I've done it all. But guess what? And people, right? Guess what? If you do not change yourself, right? You want this person to love you for you, but what if this version of you attracts people who don't see your value? What if this version of you only right? You're attracting this whole type of person, but you haven't taken the time to say, this is the type of person that I want to manifest within myself. This is the type of person I want to be. So then I'm compatible with this person that I'm manifesting. This is the type of person I want to be. So I'm compatible with this car. You can manifest a car, but that doesn't mean you're automatically going to be able to afford it consistently. You may have been able to fool the daggone finance company at the dealership, right? But then you're getting down the road, and a month or two later, maybe 3 months later, now you can't pay the bill, and now you're stressed, and now you gotta, because you are the same. If you haven't fixed your relationship with finances, then yes, you can manifest the house, you can manifest the car, you can manifest the job. But if you are the same, you're going to end up in the same place, right? And that is why identity is so important. And that is why realizing that you are the one, right? You are the one. So if you are the one and you are seeing that you have consistently attracted people who don't treat you right and different things like that, then basically you got to learn how to establish boundaries. A woman who, if you get in a relationship with a woman and she treats you terribly, right? You could see her as a terrible, oh, she's a terrible person, I can't stand her, blah, blah, blah. Or you can realize that she is trying to force you to rise to her level, and when I say rise to her level, I don't mean become mean, to establish boundaries. When you establish boundaries with a woman, that turns her on. A lot of you guys think that, and I thought this, that when you start to establish boundaries, when you start to say no, nope, back up, bye-bye, delete, y'all think that, oh my gosh, I'm never gonna find, this person's gonna leave me, blah, blah, blah. That's the problem. Okay, you wanna leave me? Bye. Don't hit yourself on the way out. Did you get your coat? Don't forget your keys. Okay, when you start to establish those boundaries and you start to raise your value within yourself, for yourself, not for any other body. And that's the other thing. A lot of these people manifesting all this stuff on the outside so they can become high value to people on the outside, but you still not even high value to yourself on the inside. And it reflects because women, especially women are a mirror. Women are a mirror to how you truly feel about yourself. So when I hear guys talking about, oh, she just wants me to pay all the bills and they treat you terrible and they always put you in the friend zone and she just wants me to Women are a mirror. They are going to mirror how you truly feel about yourself. They're not going to articulate. That's just their job. They don't even realize that is their job, but that's what they're going to do. They're going to poke you and prod you and see where is the hole, because, and that is something that's biological. It's biological. And when it comes to the feminine, whether it's a feminine man or a feminine woman, that is biological of the feminine. The feminine needs to poke the holes to make sure that if it goes down and if stuff pops off, you're not going. And if it's fight or flight, you're gonna fight and you're not gonna fly, right? You're not just gonna crumble. If she talks to you, if she says something that you don't like, and you just take it and you don't express yourself. Now you could express yourself, you could cut her off, but if you don't do anything, you just allow it, you just allow that to happen, then she's going to do it again, and she's going to do it again, and she's going to do it again, and do it again. And then a lot of people, because that's actually very, very, very dangerous. So smart, I'm not going to say smart women, but women who are healing and are not going to put themselves in danger, when they see that they're able to push your button, and you don't do nothing after about 4 or 5 times, they're just going to put you in the friend zone. They're just going to leave you. Why? Because at some point you're going to explode. Now, there are some women who play Russian roulette with their lives. And that's the crazy thing too, that a lot of the quote unquote good guys don't realize. Y'all suckers are dangerous. Women view, and I'm not going to say consciously, but on a subconscious level, a person, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman, a person who allows people to do this over and 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 over, and don't do nothing, don't react, don't say anything at all, just allows it to happen. That is a huge red flag, and it's scary because it's just like, And people think that's being nice. Oh, I don't want to, cause a fuss. At some point, that bomb gonna go off. And nobody knows where it's gonna go. So it's a best bet that you just leave early, right? So that's what a lot of women do. A lot of women just, you know what? I think it'd be better if we were just friends, because clearly, you don't know. They're not gonna say this, of course. They might not even know consciously what it is that making them want to push you in the friend zone, but they're just like, bruh, I didn't push this full buttons too many times and they still ain't doing nothing. Okay, I got to go. And then y'all wonder, like, when they get in a relationship, and I'm not saying toxic, there are toxic women for sure. I like to talk about women who are not toxic. I feel like a lot of people only talk about toxic, right? But rarely do people talk about when toxic goes against somebody who is healing, or when two healing people are having a relationship. How does that look when two healing and healed? I don't like to say healed, but people who are in the process of healing, right? Growing and are in non-manipulative relationships. Okay. So when you're manifesting these things and you're trying to create all this value for outside of yourself, if you're not creating the value inside of yourself, that is actually just a form of manipulation. It's kind of like a form of witchcraft. That's why people say witchcraft. It is kind of a form of witchcraft. I don't like to say witchcraft, but because all of this can be seen as witchcraft, but it's just magic. It's sorcery. It's not a genuine matching. You can always attract, you can always pretend, but after you attract it, then it's just gonna, right? If you want to be abundant, you have to really work on yourself. You have to really work on your programming. You have to really work on being able to have peace in tumultuous situation. That is where abundance comes from. Abundance comes from when you know that you are abundant because of what's within you, the infinite intelligence within you. You know that at any moment you can get an idea that can get you this amount of money, or that amount of money, or this resource, or this meal, or this being paid, or this being taken care of, even if it's not paid. Or that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. Abundance isn't, I really wanted to get this car and I got approved for the car and I got the car. That's not necessarily abundance, because you can get the car, but that doesn't necessarily mean you match the car. A lot of y'all know they got a lot of people riding around here that got the car and don't match the car. They got the car, but it can't pay for the gas in the car. I trust me, I know about it. They got the house, but is struggling and barely got food in the house, lights coming off the house, because they can't pay for the house, really. Because they are not matched. They haven't matched. And also, I'm not going to say that there's something terrible about not being matched, because sometimes not being a match pushes you to become a match, right? But I feel like it's important to know that that is the goal. A lot of people live their lives on the outside. They have all this on the outside, but they don't have it on the inside. They want a loving, beautiful, wonderful, amazing relationship on the outside, but they're not a loving, wonderful, beautiful, amazing person on the inside. How the hell are you going to have a loving relationship over here, but you not loving? You're not a loving person at all whatsoever. Like, when was the last a good deed you did for somebody just because you love them? Because you want to show appreciation, because pure love. When was the last time you put a list together, or some kind of had any kind of thought as to how can I be a better, not even just a better person, but like, what does it mean to be an amazing person to me? How can I be more of an amazing person? How can I be a person, the type of person that I would want to be around? How can I be the type of person that I would look up to. How could I be the type of person that I would have a good conversation with? How can I be the type of person that is genuine? That's real. That is something that would attract good people. How could I be the type of person that would attract good people? Instead of just, I want good people around me. I only want people to be loyal. I only want loyal people around me. How the hell are you going to get loyal people around you if you're not loyal? So many, you see how that's backwards and flip sided and reverse. So that's where like this whole AnokhiTheOne came from. And it's crazy because I was going through this mismatching phase of learning manifestation when I was guided to this name. Like I literally asked to be guided to the name because I had an artist name, but it never fit. It never felt right. And I wanted an artist name. Like I wanted an artist. I'm an artist. I wanted an artist name. And I wanted to be guided to an artist name. And this was the name I was guided to, AnokhiTheOne. And you know what's really interesting? I find it very interesting that sometimes when I tell people my artist name, some people try to cut it short just because they feel like Anokhi is like a first name. But I feel like some people try to cut it short because the one is a very powerful statement. Saying that you are the one or whatever, like Chance the Rapper, right? Chance the Rapper, AnokhiTheOne. It's like they don't want to give me that credit of being the one, right? Just kind of petty. But at the same time, you're actually blocking your blessing because you don't realize Anokhi means I am. Anokhi means I am in Hebrew and also Egyptian. And it's also in the Bible. It means I am in a very powerful way. So when people don't want to say the full thing, right? When they want to be petty and block me, think they're blocking me. They're doing a little something by not saying the whole thing, right? They're actually blocking their own affirmation because AnokhiTheOne is not just an affirmation for me. It's an affirmation for everybody who says says the name. AnokhiTheOne. I am the one. You are literally, when you say AnokhiTheOne, you are saying I am the one. That's why, and when I tell you I could not have thought of that, that was my ancestors, my guides that put that together. I'll make a whole video about this, how I was guided to my name, and maybe y'all need to be guided to y'all's name. And at the time, I was also getting into more and more into my native ancestry, and this is like the whole process that I went through to being guided to my name is like the exact same process that the natives went through to be guided to their native names, right? And it's just so interesting. But I've had a lot of experiences before I knew what things were. Like it's just in me. It's already in me. So it's cool to get confirmation. But anyway, I got off in a tangent. But needless to say, I was guided to that name. And I was nervous about it because it's a very powerful name and it felt very powerful to me. And I'm like, are you sure about this? Because this is the one saying I'm the one, just going around saying I'm the one. Are you sure about this? But hey, right? And this ties into what I was just talking about, like the relationship type of stuff. There's a lot of people that are searching for the one, but they don't want to be the one. They don't want to become the one, but they want the one. How you gonna get the one? How you gonna find the one if you're not the one? You have to be the one for somebody else. You have to be the one. You have to be the one for somebody else before you can find the one. Otherwise, y'all, even if you find the one and they're the one to you, but you're not the one to them, it ain't gonna work. You see how that works? You see how they work? Like you have to work on yourself and like, dang, what if the one was a real concept? I know the one is a real concept, but some of y'all skeptical, don't believe in love, unfortunately. But if the one was a real thing, or if I wanted the one, what would the one be like? How would the one be? Would they be genuine? Would they be loyal? Would they be this? Wonderful. People don't have a problem with doing that. But then, if this is the one, what would this person be looking for in the one for them? Well, if they have all these traits, well, they'd probably be looking for they'd probably be looking for loyalty. They'd probably be looking for somebody that can dress, somebody that look good, somebody that's fit, somebody that's healthy, somebody that's spiritual minded, somebody who practices what they preach, a person of their word, somebody that's the truth. Okay, you see how that works. So that's basically just what I want to say. The part that people don't want to talk about when it comes to law of attraction is that you have to become the one in order to truly match anything that you manifest outside of you, so you can keep it and sustain it, and for you to truly be able to enjoy it. Because if you are a humdrum, depressed person in the place that you're at right now, you're going to manifest all kinds of different things. Oh, beautiful person, and you're still going to be that same humdrum, depressed person. You're still going to be depressed. You're still going to be upset. You're still going to be annoyed and frustrated and scarce and all these other things, and unloyal and unhappy and unloved, right? You have to do that within yourself first. And a lot of people say different ways of this at surface level, but it's real. It sounds cliche, but it's a real thing, right? So I'm gonna be talking more about how you can become the one to match the vibration to different things, so it doesn't keep flip-flopping back and forth in your life, which is always going to do that. There's always going to be a period of getting comfortable in a particular situation, but there's just a lot of people that don't even realize that that's a thing that they should probably be focused on. Otherwise, it's still going to be, you're going to manifest all this crap, and it's still not going to be fun. You're still not going to enjoy it, right? I've experienced it, all right? So I'll see you on the next video. Like, subscribe, comment what you think about this. Have you been manifesting the friend zone? Have you been manifesting fuck boys? Have you been manifesting hot girls? Let me know in the comments.